The movie opens, we are shown the time of 1956 in Chicago. A tailor master named Leonard comes to his shop and cleans it. After that, he sets his tools, and then he makes a coffee for himself. Then a lady named Mabel comes there who is a receptionist here. There was also a letter box in the tailor's room in which different people used to come and put letters. But the tailor master didn't care about it. Then a handsome young man comes there whose name is Richie. He came here to take all the collected letters. Then he says, "Such a beautiful suit, are you making it for my dad?" The tailor says, "No, this is for someone else." Then Richie's companion Francis shows him a letter which had a mark of an outfit on it. Then Richie tells the tailor to go out, and the tailor goes out of there and closes the gate. Then Mabel asks the tailor that you have toured the whole world, but did you get this place to open your shop? The tailor says, "Why? What's wrong with this place?" She says, "Gangsters come here." The tailor says, "These are all places. I just need an assistant like you and a scissor. I can do this work anywhere." Then Richie and Francis leave from there. Then while helping the tailor, Mabel says, "I don't like Richie at all." The tailor says he is our customer, and whether the customer is decent or a gangster, the customer is a customer. Actually, the tailor thought of her as his daughter, but she wanted to go to London and settle. Then Mabel also leaves from there. Then the master starts finishing his work. And after dinner, he goes to sleep while working there at night. Then at midnight, with the sound of the gate opening, the master wakes up. Mabel and Richie had come there. Their affair was also going on, and it was also clear from their talks that Richie did not hide anything from him, but Mabel respected the tailor master a lot. Then while listening to them, a ring falls from the tailor's hand, and after hearing his voice, they both go to see him inside, but the tailor goes to his place and pretends to sleep, and they both leave from there. The next day, Mabel comes there again, and the daily life begins in the same way, like every day packets come there. And Richie comes and takes them away, but the master is doing his job very well, as if he has nothing to do with anyone. That night, someone comes again and knocks on the door. And when the master opens the door, Richie and Francis come inside. At that time, Richie was shot, and the police were following them. Then Francis takes Richie inside, so that he can take out his bullet. The master did not want to get into their fight, but even if he does not want to, he has to help them both. Then Francis tells that the police and many goons are after this briefcase. It would be better if they do not get caught by anyone. Otherwise, there will be shooting here. The master says, "Understood." Then Francis goes and calls Richie's dad and tells that we have been attacked, and Richie has been shot. Then Francis tells Richie that your dad is coming here, but it will take him time. The master tells that the bullet has passed through Richie's stomach, so because of his blood he may die. His wound will have to be stitched, so go to a doctor. But Francis says, no doctor. You will stitch this wound." The master refuses, but Francis shows him the gun and tells him to do this. Then the master puts a thread in his needle. And Richie says, "What are you doing with my stomach?" Then Francis grabs him tightly, and the master shows his art on his stomach. The bullet had passed through his stomach, so they also hang it on his waist. Then the master comes there after washing his hands. Francis tells him that I will come in a while. Until then, you take care of this tape. The police are also after it and the gangsters too. This is the new gadget of the CBI. The voice is recorded in it. Whether the goons come or the police, you will deal with them yourself. And if I don't get this tape when I come, then you know what I will do to you. Poor master was getting stuck in this mess. Then the master starts his work, and Richie comes there and thanks him. The master asks him, "Who can do this to your family? Who is that informant? You must be suspicious of someone." Richie asks, "Who told you all this?" The master said that Francis was saying something like this, that there is some secret information in this tape. That's why he went to get the machine to run this tape. Then Richie says, "I don't know." The master says, "Do you know, I am that informant. The FBI has put that mic here." Hearing this, Richie gets angry, but then he starts laughing and says, "You make such a good joke." The master says, "Why can't I be?" Richie says, "Have you seen your face?" Then the master says, "I hope your cousin Francis will be fine." Richie says, "He is not my cousin. My father is fond of picking up useless dogs and bringing them home, especially those who have pointed teeth." In the meantime, the bell rings there, and the tailor master uses his brain. He instigates Richie against Francis, and instigates Francis against Richie. When Francis comes in, he tells Richie that I am taking this tape. I have found out about an electric shop, who has a machine to listen to this tape. But Richie says, "Let my father go there, then we will go together." Francis says, "Your father's life is in danger. I consider him my father, so I am also worried about him." Richie says, "Your father died selling tomatoes on the street." Francis says, "Give me this tape, and if you try to stop me, then I will break your hand." Then the briefcase falls far away and opens. There was no tape in it. Then Richie thinks that Francis took out the tape and hid it. That's why he puts a gun on it. But Francis thinks that Richie has hidden that tape somewhere. Then the master's feet make a little noise, and Richie's attention goes astray. In the meantime, Francis takes out his gun and shoots Richie, and goes ahead and shoots him again. Then he starts looking for the tape, but in the meantime, Richie's dad's car comes there. And Francis tells the master to open the box. and put his body inside it. Otherwise, I will have to hide 2 corpses. Then Francis says you go and confuse his dad, and I'll clean up here. When the door opens, Richie's dad Roy comes in and says that he is always happy to meet you. Then he asks where are they both. Tailor points inside, then Francis comes there. Roy says that you saved my life first, and then my son's. How will I be able to repay your debt? Then he asks about Richie. Francis says that he had gone to you with that tape. I was going to go with him, but he refused me and said that you wait for us here. I will come to get you with my dad. Then Roy goes out and calls his men and asks, has Richie come home? They say no. And inside, Roy's bodyguard sits on the same box in which Richie's dead body was lying. Then when Roy comes in, then Francis tells him that let's go out and find him, and we should also let the master go home. He has helped us a lot. But Roy says you go, I will stay here because my men's phone will come here and bring my son back. Then the master starts doing his work, and Roy asks, why did you leave London? Master says that there was an attack of blue jeans there, and I was going to stitch a coat pant. So I had to leave London. I came here with a scissor from there. My scissor has always supported me. Roy says that we always have 2 choices. I chose this gun instead of the scissor. Just like you throw out the useless clothes after cutting, in the same way I throw out the dead bodies after murdering. And I am telling you all this because Richie's coat is hanging behind you. He can't go out without wearing it, and that too in the month of December. So tell me the truth, what happened here? The tailor master says that I am not hiding anything from you. Then Roy calls his man and says that if he doesn't open his mouth until I count to 5, then blow his head off. Master says that Francis has forbidden me from opening my mouth. Master was about to tell. In the meantime, Francis comes there, and Mabel was also with him. Then Roy says that you tell me, where is my son? No one will say anything to you. Now the poor master was trapped, because if he opened his mouth, Francis would have killed him. If he kept quiet, Roy's man would have killed him. Then the tailor says that Francis shot 4 men of La Fontaine this evening, but Richie did not fire a single bullet. That's why he was embarrassed, and said that I will kill La Fontaine and return. And while he was leaving, he swore to me and Francis that we should not tell you this. Then Francis says that he must have left from here and gone to his house, because she is his girlfriend. She says I am not, but Monk says that yes, he is. I also know. Francis says that when I went to his house looking for Richie, then I saw a lot of blood on the carpet. Then Roy calls him to himself and asks that tell me, where is my son? She says I don't know, but Francis was putting all the blame on him. Then the tailor master says that no, I know him very old. He has nothing to do with all this. But Roy says Monk, take him to the back room, and tells the master not to worry, I will clean your room. Then the tailor starts going out from there. But Francis says don't move, you can't go out. Then Roy also comes there. The tailor says that I consider her like my daughter, I can't see all this happening. In the meantime, the phone rings there. Roy says pick up the phone, and the tailor acts like Richie is talking on the phone. Then the tailor tells Roy that Richie is stuck in a building, and he has given the address, and has said that send my father there as soon as possible, so that he can take me from there. Then Roy starts going there, but Francis says that I will stay here and keep an eye on them. What if they call the police after we leave? Roy says okay. Then Francis comes to both of them, and says that either we kill this girl together, or I kill you both alone. Then the master uses his sharp mind, and says that she will call La Fontaine, and tell her that Roy has gone to that building with his men. Francis asks why she will tell him. Master says because this is the news. Richie used to tell him everything, and in the greed of money she used to give all the news to La Fontaine, because she has to go to London. Then Francis asks that she must have the tape. Master says no, it is with me. Then the master says that if La Fontaine is not called within 5 minutes, then Roy will come back without finding his son, and will kill all 3 of us. So it is better than dying that La Fontaine's men kill Roy and his men, and you become the team leader. Then Mabel goes and calls La Fontaine, and tells her about Roy, and demands a lot of money in return for that tape. Then she comes back and asks where Richie is. Then Tailor shows her to Richie. Then in a little while there is a car sound. Francis says that I will go inside and hide, and whoever you are, keep him safe here. If the matter seems to be getting worse, then I will shoot blindly. As soon as the door opens, La Fontaine comes in. She comes in and puts the money on the back table, and says give me that tape. Master understands that if she leaves with the tape, then Francis will kill both of them and take the money. That's why Master says that madam, until you don't give the money, we will not give the tape. And points out that a man is standing inside with a gun. They all get scared. Then Francis hears them leaving, and he comes out running with a gun. La Fontaine's men surround him. Francis says give me the money, I will leave quietly from here, and the tape will give you this old man. La Fontaine says that I have spent my whole life in wrong business, and you are trading with me. I have just blown the brains of the biggest goon Roy here. Tailor says madam, you don't have to be afraid of him, I took out all the bullets from his gun. Hearing this, Francis starts checking his gun, and LaFontaine's men shoot him. Then LaFontaine buys the tape and leaves the bag of notes cash from there. And while leaving, she says, "A tailor who only listens never speaks. No one knows what is going on in his mind." Then in the end, we are shown that the tape was also fake, and it was posted by our dear master, because he had found out about that recorder. Then he gives all the recorded incidents in that recorder to Mabel, and says, "Give this tape to CBI, and I don't know anything about this tape. Now wherever you live, live happily." Then Mabel leaves from there, and our dear master wears his suit boot and gets ready. Then they spray kerosene on that place and set it on fire. But then Francis stands up there and attacks Master with his gun. A bullet hits Master's hand, then he tries to attack him with a knife. But Master says that I was a goon like you before I became a tailor. I loved my gun the most, and the knife too, but if I ever had to kill someone, then I didn't need these things. Then Francis starts attacking him, and Master finishes Francis with his gun. Then Master gets ready, and takes his gun and goes to start life in a new place. So friends, it is not said that the most dangerous thing in this world is the human brain. Now look at Master. He killed an entire gang without picking up a weapon in the entire film. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.